Software as a service from a security perspective is, in basic terms, is giving customers the ability to outsource the scanning of their internet, their email traffic and their web traffic to essentially to strip out spam or unwanted emails from untrusted sources, and also to strip out viruses from an email point of view. From a web point of view, it allows businesses to strip out, to remove viruses and spyware from their users when they're viewing the web pages, and also it allows them to filter the URLs that their users can actually visit on the web page. So again, stopping their users from viewing certain web pages that they don't feel appropriate for their employees. So it's security from a threat point of view, but also security from a compliance point of view. And taking a SaaS approach is simply outsourcing the management and the hosting of the facilities to essentially reach the end result. What you're buying with SaaS is an outcome rather than a set of tools. So there's a number of benefits of the SaaS approach. The obvious one is obviously outsourcing the internal resource management, so freeing up their IT resources. And in the current economic environment, it's particularly important for companies to be focusing their IT resources on business enabling projects rather than something like security, which can be a fairly simple exercise. So the first one is certainly resource management. The second one is accuracy. The technological approach that a lot of SaaS providers, including MessageLabs, take is quite different to an on-premise appliance or software-based solution, whereas the on-premise solutions rely on signature-based technologies. So by definition, they have a set of signatures which basically block known spam techniques, or they block known virus types. But what they can't do is block new and emerging threats or unknown threats for a period of time. So when there's a new virus or new spam technique released, they take some time to identify that, create a patch, test it and release it, and there's a window of vulnerability under which the end user is essentially non-protected. And that window of vulnerability might be anywhere from a few hours to a few days. But with a SaaS approach, the technology that we use in MessageLabs, for example, we have a proprietary heuristics-based engine called Skeptic, which is predictive. So we scan 3.5 billion emails every single day on average across the world, and we take the key learnings from all of those mails that we see in every corner of the world, and we update in real time our protection technologies so that we are predicting new and emerging threats, and we offer the outcome, again, is 100% guarantee against both known and unknown viruses from an SLA standpoint, and 99% spam capture rate as a guaranteed contractual SLA. So the SaaS approach can provide certainty of protection that traditional appliance and software solutions simply can't because of the technologies they use. The other one is really system utilization and bandwidth utilization, because the SaaS approach stops all the threats at the internet level before they enter the customer premise. So logically, if you're stopping the threats before they get anywhere near the network boundary, then you're taking a more proactive approach and you're reducing risk. But the other benefits are, if you accept that 90%, in the latest reports, 90% of all global email is spam, then by stopping all of those threats at the internet level, you're reducing the amount of incoming email traffic into a business by 90%. So the flow-on effects are reduction in bandwidth utilization, system utilization, disk space, storage space, power utilization, things like that. So there's a lot of add-on cost savings as well. As I say, the financial viability, the customer references, the length of time in the marketplace, the scalability of their solution. I mean, when you're talking about SaaS, you're talking about a shared platform. So having access to 12 data centers in 8 countries around the world. We've got customers in 86 countries around the world. The difference between that and an organisation in a local market that positions themselves as a SaaS provider but maybe has one data center and scans a few hundred emails or a few thousand emails a day versus 3.5 billion emails a day is fairly significant. So the thing about SaaS is that it's relevant for the whole spectrum of businesses, right from a small to medium enterprise. I mean, we have customers with as few as 10 email users, right up to largest customers with 500,000 email users. And there's significant benefits for each. So for example, in the SMB space, it's particularly advantageous because most SMBs have very limited or sometimes no IT resources. So the idea of outsourcing that to an expert is pretty attractive, and the ability for a small business to buy into a solution that the world's biggest banks use and have that economically affordable is quite unique. And not only are they buying the type of solution, they're buying the exact system. So they're actually accessing the same platform and the same SLAs that some of the world's largest banks and government organisations use. So that's an enormous benefit to a small to medium enterprise.